हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप यू ऑल आर वेल और आपकी पढ़ाई भी अच्छे से चल रही होगी एंड यू आर हैविंग फन इन योर लाइफ. सो वी वर ऑन आवर टॉपिक दैट इज़ आवर क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. तो हमने प्रीवियस क्लासेस में क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन के बारे में बहुत सी चीज़ें देखी थी कि ये होती क्या हैं और इनको सॉल्व कैसे किया जाता है, रूट्स क्या होते हैं, इनके सॉल्यूशंस कैसे कैसे फाइंड आउट किए जा सकते हैं. सो दैट वर ऑल अबाउट प्रीवियस क्लासेस. सो नाउ वी आर टेकिंग सम 1 or 2 क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम इन दिस क्लास फ्रॉम क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस. तो इसके बाद हम लोग करने वाले हैं एक नई एक्सरसाइज स्टार्ट. तो फिलहाल के लिए 1 या 2 क्वेश्चन आपको करवाए जा रहे हैं क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन से. तो let's take some of examples of quadratic equation. So then we will proceed our next exercise. So here we have our first question for today from quadratic equations. That is, so our first question is the following situation possible? If so, if this situation is possible, situation is given here, to determine their present ages. So now we will consider this situation. So the question is saying that if this situation is possible means if this situation has any solutions or any defined quadratic equation, so then we have to find their roots. Roots means we will find their present ages. So let's talk about the situation given here. The sum of the ages of 2 friends is 20 years. So here this is given here, sum of the ages of 2 friends is 20 years. 4 years ago the product of their ages in years was 48. The product of their ages in years was 48. This is a quite simple question because we have done this type of questions in previous classes. So this will be very simple for you. So firstly, we will consider their present ages. So first friend, then we have 2 friends. So firstly we will consider first friend's age. Then we will consider about the second one. So let the present age of first friend, one friend भी लिख सकते हैं. We can write here one also, one another we can use. First friend is x years. We will consider the first friend, the present age of one friend x years, right? So the present age of the another friend, what will be it? So present age of another friend or the second friend, right? So we have the sum of the ages of 2 friends here 20 years. So that we can say that their sum of their ages is 20 years and one friend's age is x years. So we can say that the present age of the second friend or another friend will be 20 minus x because we have the sum of their ages here. If we have, for example, if we have first friend's age is 16 years and I am saying that the 2 friends have their sum of ages like 25. So the second friend's age will be what? You will tell me 25 minus 16. So here we can find our answer. So that will be our 9 years, right? तो अगर फर्स्ट फ्रेंड की एज गिवन है और आपसे कहा जाए कि उन 2 फ्रेंड्स की एज का सम है 25, तो आप सेकंड फ्रेंड की एज इजीली फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं 25 minus 16. So that's why I'm writing here 20 minus x years, because we have the sum of their ages. So that's why I have written here this. So now here a condition: 4 years ago the product of their ages in years was 48. So here we are talking about the situation 4 years ago. So for 4 years ago, what we will do? 4 years ago, right? The 4 years ago, the ages of there will be 4 years less. So what we will do? And the product of their ages in years was 48. So 4 years ago, the first friend's age will be what? X minus 4 years, right? And the second friend's age will be 20 minus x minus 4 years, right? I hope you are getting it. 20 minus 4 will be 16 minus x years. This question is very simple because we have taken this type of questions in previous classes. So we can written here 4 years ago, the age of first friend is equal to x minus 4, and the age of second friend, right? The age of second friend will be 16 minus x here. So we have here that the product of their ages in years was 48. So what we will do? 4 years ago, so then we will multiply these. Product is given here, so x minus 4 multiplied by 16 minus x years will be equal to what? 48, because the product is given here. So now we will multiply them. So x into, firstly x will be multiplied by this 16 minus x, right? And minus 4 will be multiplied by 16 minus x is equal to 48. So x into 16 will be 16x, minus x into x will be what? Minus x square, minus 16 4 ja will be 64, and minus minus will be plus. 4 into x will be 4x, and this will be minus, as this is taken from right to left side. So minus 48, and here what will be left out? Only 0. Nothing will left out. Okay? So that's why we write here 0. So what we will do, 16x and 4x can be added to each other because both have the degree 1. Both have the degree of x 1, right? So 16x minus x square will be written as it is, plus 16x plus 4x will be 20x, right? And minus 64 and minus 48, minus will always be plus, but the bigger digit is the negative one, so that's why we will keep this sign as negative. So we will add them. We will do add. So 8 and 4 will be 12. 6 and 4 will be 10 and 1. 112, right? So minus can be common out here. So x square minus 20x plus 112 will be equal to what? 0. So this we have our quadratic equation this, right? So if we have the roots of this quadratic equation or not, we will check it here by determining the discriminant for this term, for this quadratic equation. So we will determine a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 20, and c is equal to what? 112. A is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term here, right? So now we will determine the discriminant. As we know that our discriminant is always b square minus 4ac, right? So b square minus 4ac. Now we will put these values into this formula. I hope this is visible to you. We will we will put these values into this formula. So I am writing here d is equal to b square. B is the value of minus 20. We will write minus 20 for the value of b, minus 20 square minus 4 into the value of a is 1 and the value of c is 112, right? So as we know that the square of minus 20 will always be 400 and minus 4 ones are 4 and 4 multiplied by 112. So what we will get? That will be 4 2s are 8, 4 4. So this will be minus 48. So d is equal to minus 48, and here d is lesser than 0 because we are getting here minus 48. So the value is lesser than 0. So for the value of discriminant lesser than 0, there will be no existing roots. No roots for this situation. Okay, I hope you get this. And we have described here the reason. We explained here that why we don't have roots for this situation. That's why in starting it is given here that if situation is possible, if possible, then determine their present position. But this situation is not possible because the value of discriminant is lesser than 0. That's why there will be no existing roots for this situation. So I hope you got this question. एंड आप लोगों को बहुत अच्छे से समझ में भी आ गया होगा, क्योंकि बहुत से हमने ऐसे 2 से 4 क्वेश्चंस किए हुए हैं हमारी प्रीवियस क्लासेस में क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस के. सो दिस इज़ अ वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. सो नाउ वी विल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट वन. सो नेक्स्ट वन इज अवर सेकेंड. देयर ऑल्सो अ सिचुएशन इज गिवन हियर. Find the values of k. We have to find the value of k for each of the following quadratic equations. For these quadratic equations, we have to find out the value for k so that they have 2 equal roots. Their situation is already given that they have 2 equal roots, and we already know that when we have 2 equal roots, when our discriminant or d is equal to 0, then we have 2 equal roots. So solution number 1. I hope this will be a simple question for you. You can solve this. So I am taking the second one. And this will be the question for you for today's class. So I am taking the second question. So second question, so kx into x minus 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. This is not a quadratic equation. Firstly, we will multiply it by the bracket, and then we will get our quadratic equation. So we have to do this. Kx multiply x will be what? Kx square minus 2kx into 2 will be 2kx plus 6 will be equal to 0. Now we have our quadratic equation and we have to solve this. And the value of a for this quadratic equation will be what? A will be the coefficient of x square. So we have the coefficient of x square as k. So this will be the value of a. And for b, the coefficient of x. So for the coefficient of x, we have the value minus 2k. And the value of c will be equal to x. Now the question already told us that then they have 2 equal roots. So when we will have 2 equal roots? When our discriminant is equal to 0. So for 2 equal roots, we will write here 2 equal roots. Discriminant is equal to what? 0. And discriminant is what? b square minus 4ac is equal to what? 0, right? So now we will put these values into this formula, this equation. So now we will put this. B square means minus 2k का whole square minus 4 into the value of a here is k into c, for c is 6, is equal to 0, right? And minus ka square is, we all know that it will get into positive 1, that's why we will neglect this sign. So 2k square will be, 2k ka whole square will be what? Square of 2 is 4 and k ka square is k square minus 6 into 4 will be, digits will be multiplied by digits, so 6 into 4 will be 24k, which will be equal to 0, right? So 4k square, now we can so now we can take common here 4k as common. तो 4 के अंदर क्या बचेगा हमारे पास? k माइनस, तो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 6 is equal to what? 0, right? So now we can here 4k will be 0 here, so k minus 6 will be equal to 0, so the value of k is here is 6. At starting the question already told us we have to find the value of k, so we have the value of k is equal to 6. And I hope so this question you can do this by using this formula. The method for this question is same as this one, so you can do this. So this is the question for you. 2x square plus kx plus 3 is equal to 0. You have to find the value of k where the quadratic equations have two equal roots. This is the question for you, right? So thank you so much for this class, and the time is over now. So in next class we will start our next exercise, that is our arithmetic progression. So thank you so much, keep study and stay safe, happy. So thank you so much for listening me. मिलते हैं इसके नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. थैंक यू.